Kate did so well in her English exam that now she is a student at Moscow State University, where Kate received a scholarship. Her tuition is free. Obviously, she has to travel there, but she was able to receive one of what they call budget places. There are very few in the Moscow State University. It's a very competitive university. So in the span of our classes, I asked Kate to give me, advice here and there, because right now we have all 14 of you, and I'm going to ask each and every one of you to speak for about 3 to 5 minutes and tell us all about you. I guess I'm the designated teacher. Let me do the honor of telling you the history of Thanksgiving. Um, as you know, Christopher Columbus, he thought that he discovered India, right? But in reality, he discovered America. And the first settlers to America came from England. And they came from England in the year of 1620. The name of the ship was called Mayflower. Mayflower, a very nice name. And the English settlers, they were called pilgrims. Every last Thursday in November, families gather together and they say, let's be thankful for what we have. Families in America are very proud. You can have your brother living in California, your sister living in Chicago, you're living in Boston, and your parents, for example, live in the suburbs of New York City. And all of you gather at your parents' house where you all grew up, and you sit at one table, and during this feast, everybody thinks about what they're thankful for. For example, I'm very thankful that, the 12, actually 14 of you already came together, and I have the privilege to tell you this story because this is very critical when you learn the English language to understand the history. And
the new year is coming, yes.
Exactly. Well, first, it's actually Christmas for the English-speaking world.
Oh, yes. Actually, I have friend uh, from Berlin, and she's preparing for the celebrating the Christmas, but not the New Year. So this is specific for me.
Christmas is a much bigger holiday in the English-speaking world than the New Year. Katya, you'll tell Santa Claus what you have accomplished this year, and your story will determine the kind of a present you're going to get for your accomplishments. All right? Katya, I'm going to ask you to go next, please.
It's been a good year for me, but I think this year was not an easy one for the humanity in general.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Thank you for giving such an educated answer. On the subject of distant learning and remote training, as you know, I represent a mobile platform that does exactly what you have said. We do remote learning of English grammar. Next year, we're going to be adding Spanish, Chinese, and German. But right now, we have delivered this solution to over 10 countries.
What you had not seen in his newspaper and magazine pictures was that he was aggressive beyond doubt, but besides that, he was easily, naturally charismatic.
In passive voice, we have to think about verbs, and you know that there are verbs with infinitive form, and there are verbs with ing form. For example, I love swimming, I love playing, I love doing something. So here we can see the ing form. Do you have any suggestions? Oh, well, yes, they could have finished in one day, I guess. Yes. So that means in this context, I guess, in my opinion, I think that there were a work or a project, and I don't know, somebody spent on it like a whole week, but it was possible to make it only for one day. So I just want to show you that we have a modal verb can, and this modal verb can be used with a perfect active and present perfect. So in this sentence, you can say this. I'm permitted to speak loudly means I can speak loudly.
For those of you who prefer to use the web version, feel free to go to simple-clear.com and use the web version. As you know, we're working with a local boarding school for the students with limited vision abilities, and they prefer to use the web version as it is easier for them to see what is on the screen. So feel free to go to simple-clear.com and use what we are offering. Please share with the team what simple and clear English grammar has detected in the sentences that you have used.
The application gives information about pronouns, about imperative, mood, and about verbs. So yeah, there are lots of that.
Simple and clear, simple and clear, simple and clear. Simple